Hey, you're watching Rock the Block Daily with me, Eugene Tay, bringing you the headline news from the crypto universe just for you busy crypto folks who don't have the time to do your own research. This episode was brought to you by our partners at OneChain. Don't know what OneChain is about? Click on the link below to find out how OneChain provides solution for cross-blockchain platform. Fans of the show, welcome back. It's also very humbling to receive messages from you guys telling us how much you like this show. And in particular, I know there is one guy out there who made this whole experience for us very humbling today and also very motivating for us to keep doing this over and over again. Mr. Chan Heng Fai, I know you're watching this. I met you today. You said you watch all my Rock the Block shows. Thank you very much. Mr. Chan is an expert in banking and finance. And if you think our show is good, I think we're onto something right. Now, first up on our news today is a project that has raised $100 million in private sales. Hashgraph, a distributed ledger technology that aims to provide a new form of distributed consensus. Now, Hashgraph is opening up its doors for crowdsale. But before you get too excited about it, there is a caveat because this crowdsale is only open to accredited investors. So if you don't have $200,000 in annual revenue or have $1 million in assets, you're not eligible for this crowd sale. Which brings me to my next news. Remember a few daily videos ago, I talked about how some projects raise entirely from private round funding, and it's very questionable if they are considered decentralized or actually quite centralized in that sense. Echoing my sentiment is a writer on Steemit who says that he pointed out a few other projects that have slipped my radar. The projects that he has highlighted are the Origo Protocol, DX Chain, Anchor Network, the same one I talked about as well, and Multivac. These are hot but risky ICOs. So when you trade on all this and you start buying ICOs that are heavily controlled by private investors, it's not to say that it's going to be a bad project. No, it's not. It's just that it raises question on the sentiments and the intention behind these private investors. Are they going to dump the coins on the exchange, leaving you guys to hold them back or not? Because the fact is, a lot of projects these days really raise private round funding more so than retail investment. Let's face it. The millions of you out there are not going to put in your Ethereum or throw into projects like you did in 2017. So what are we to do? Well, the scale has gone back towards private round funding, institutional investors, and a VC play. So we might see an equilibrium in time to come. But for now, it is not surprising to see 75%, 85%, sometimes even up to 90% of the entire funds raised just on private round. Good news for our friends over in the UK. Coinbase, as of 1st August, has allow UK citizens to buy and trade their Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other crypto assets in sterling pound directly. Until now, the process of these UK residents trying to buy into crypto have to buy in with euro, convert it down the bank to sterling pound, and this could take even a few days, not even counting exchange rates. So are we now seeing Coinbase opening up its menu of crypto assets for different pegging to different currencies? So when are we going to see Zimbabwean dollars being listed on the Coinbase exchange as well? And on Bitcoin news, in 2017, we saw $411 million in transactional value across crypto merchant services. And according to Chainalysis, which has been tracking these merchant services, the transaction value has dipped down from a high of $270 million a year ago with services like Bitfi, Coinbase, and Goldcoin to as low as just $60 million in May this year. So the question now remains is Bitcoin really going to be used as a store of value like gold? Or will we still see Bitcoin being used as a currency, a medium of exchange like what it was intended to be? What are your thoughts on that? Will you be using Bitcoin to pay for a cup of coffee or not? Let me know what you think. because this is a huge debate between what Bitcoin is supposed to be and what Bitcoin is going to be. Remember those Visit Australia advertisements that you see on nighttime television back in those days? Well, not many of you watch television anymore, but hey, there is more such adverts set to come because startup company Travel by Bit is trying to drive more tourists to Central Queensland by selling travel experiences online using cryptocurrency. Aha, another use case right there. Travel by Bit is one of 70 companies that have received a grant from Advanced Queensland Ignite Ideas funding. According to Australia's innovative Minister Kate Jones, Travel by Bit has an innovative ideas to allow visitors and tourists to pay by cryptocurrency and engage in the whole merchant experience in Queensland. So the idea behind Travel by Bit and this funding or this Ignite initiative for startups is to actually bring more jobs and tourists to Queensland. It's good to see cryptocurrency having real proper use case, creating such crossover in the ecosystem. Good job, Queensland! In the next news, it's something a little bit closer to my heart. Civer is a blockchain crypto journalism startup that has now partnered with Splice Newsroom to distribute $1 million in startup funds for initiatives like Rock the Block. John McAfee makes the news again today with his Bitfi wallet. John McAfee has challenged the community with a $250,000 bounty to hack his apparently unhackable wallet. But Oversoft NL has done it. They've got down to the root and now they're asking for their bounty, saying that, hey look, Bitfi is not as secure as you say it is and we have hacked you and proven it. Turns out that John McAfee is pulling a marketing stunt and is not likely to pay out this bounty at all. In fact, according to, and I quote from the guys from Oversoft itself, they say that there are no checks in place to prevent the like that was claimed by Bitfi, and they deny, they being John McAfee and Bitfi, deny anything that's not exactly according to their bounty rules, aka they will never pay a bounty. It's pure marketing. Well, that's all the news I have for you today. Join me back again next week on Monday for more Rock the Block dailies with me, Eugene Tay. This episode was brought to you by OneChain. Happy weekend, everybody!